One of our first stops for today was to Mortero de los Glaciares overlook. We are currently in Los Glaciares National Park in Argentina. In the distance, you could see Perito Moreno Glacier. In about 20 minutes, we're going to go to the other side of the water so we can go hike the glacier. Our glacier trekking was booked through Hilo and Adventure. They provide the boat ride. They also supply crampons for your feet and a guide. The boat ride was a bonus. Just going to the other side, we got so close to the glacier. We also got a beautiful view of a rainbow. Perito Moreno Glacier is one of 48 glaciers fed by the southern Patagonia ice field. The ice field is the world's third largest reserve of fresh water. Right now, we are walking along the water's edge to get closer to the glacier. In the distance, you can see a little hut, and that's where we're going. The hut is where we get the crampons fitted so we can go climb on the glacier. The crampons just go over your regular shoes. They have spikes on the bottom that help you grip the ice as you walk. Here is Zach getting his put on. So everyone has their crampons on and we're getting ready to go up on the glacier. Right now they're giving us a lecture on how not to die. We're on a glacier! Walking with crampons is really weird. As you can tell, I am very awkward when I walk. They're heavy and I feel like they're going to fall off my feet when I walk, even though I know they're not going to. They teach us to walk by stomping on the ice really hard as you make your steps. At the beginning, you walk on fairly flat ground. As you get used to it, you then start going uphill. One thing that I thought was interesting is the glacier was more of a consistency of beads, almost like a snow cone. I thought it would be just solid sheets of ice, but it wasn't. As you start walking uphill, you start getting more streams and water flowing. You also get crevices, which the guides are really good about blocking so you don't fall in, but it's a little scary. Especially because I am clumsy, not on ice. One of the reasons you could hike this glacier is that it's one of the most stable glaciers in the world. The glacier is getting thinner, but it continues to advance while most of the world's glaciers are retreating. Being on a glacier is super windy. You also get ice and snow that blows in your face as you walk. It's not as cold as I thought it would be. I'm only wearing a wind jacket and a sweatshirt. Distance, you can see a group ahead of us, and that's where we're heading. At the finish of our hike, we had rum chilled by glacier ice. To celebrate, making it down in one piece. After a fun time climbing a glacier, we are now heading to Los Glaciares National Park. Los Glaciares National Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This park covers over 2,806 square miles, making it the largest national park in the country. The park's name refers to the giant ice caps in the Andes, the largest outside of Antarctica and Greenland. It feeds 47 large glaciers, and 13 of them flow towards the Atlantic Ocean. The glacier moves 2.2 meters per day, which is about 7.2 feet. There are two colors of water. There's a murky color, which comes from the Brazo Rico, which is the southern arm of the Argentinian lake that is separated from the rest of the lake by the advancing Perito Moreno Glacier. The color is secondary to the sediment that is caused by the glacier moving. The bright blue color is Lake Argentino. Lake Argentino is the biggest freshwater lake in Argentina. The water from the lake flows into the Atlantic Ocean through the Santa Cruz River. The Perito Moreno Glacier is huge. In the distance, you can see a tour boat for size comparison. It's about 5 kilometers or 3.1 miles wide, with an average height of 74 meters or 240 feet above the surface of the water of Lake Argentino. The glacier blocks the lake. This causes the water level to rise on the Brazo Rico side as much as 30 meters. This pressure then causes a lot of breaking and calving of the glacier. If you listen carefully when the ice breaks, it sounds like thunder, and then you can hear a big splash where it hits the water. This national park is pretty nice. It has 3 different trails that you could choose from that you could walk on so you could see different vantage points of the glacier. As you walk along the trails, there are a lot of overlooks so you can have really gorgeous views. When you're done looking at the glacier, they have a little museum at the top along with a gift shop and coffee shop. We only spent about an hour going through this national park. I felt I could have used at least another half an hour to an hour just to sit and enjoy this massive glacier. We are now heading back to El Calafate, which is where we're staying. In El Calafate, we stayed at a hotel called El Splendor Hotel and Boutique. It's a very unusual room. It was a modern Western kind of hotel. It had fake antlers and animal skins all over the room. It also had a pretty big tub. Our hotel is within walking distance of multiple restaurants and the downtown shopping area. We decided to go to the restaurant Isabel. They had real authentic Argentinian and South American food. They had this soup that we shared above, which was awesome, along with fresh bread and a bottle of wine for relatively inexpensive. We headed back to our hotel to get ready to go to Chile and Torres de Paine National Park tomorrow.